Hello.
Hello.
You're somewhere new, Lottie, or a different view than normal that I normally see. Either a whiteboard or your other room.
Any guesses on what
Uh,
this might be?
Well, it's a kitchen. You've just
Let's
moved
see.
around the house, or just?
I'm actually the only one here. It's the crumpled dog office.
Uh...
I came to the office and no one else did. That makes a nice change.
Deep admiration for your plastic organized wall behind. That's amazing. I want one of those.
It's very organized, isn't it? But
Yeah,
do the
yeah.
labels? I wonder if the labels are for the right things.
Dean, are they labelled properly? Is everything labelled in the right way?
Oh, sorry. I was what? No, they're just the barcodes.
Oh.
Yeah, I used to have a I used to have a Dymo, and I did used to label everything with the Dymo.
Oh, I love a Dymo.
It's still better than mine. So
I was very tempted to get some little NFC chip.
yeah.
NFC stickers for the garage. I've got hundreds of them in the garage.
Mm.
All full of stuff that really should be thrown away. Every
You're
type
a
of
hoarder.
USB lead.
Oh yeah, I have a box of those.
Scuzzy leads, remember them?
Oh man. What are the little things that you put on the motherboard? The tiny little connecting things.
Oh, what is it? Was it the
Crocodile.
jumper or?
Jumpers,
Jumpers,
yeah.
I remember the first computer I ever built. I spent about half a day trying to debug why it wouldn't work. It's because they shipped it with a jumper in the reset position, which means it wouldn't power on.
Just keep resetting.
Just keep resetting.
That's amazing.
Does this make it worse? They're all in Ziploc bags as well.
Wow. I think you have a new fan from Lottie. Super organised.
Yeah, I'm just thinking of 20 years of old technology that's in my parents' garage that has my name on it to sort out. Basically, all needs throwing away, but you can't just throw it away. You have to be a bit more environmentally responsible, don't you?
Plus, you could probably reuse a lot of that stuff. I mean, I reuse old IDE cables on my Raspberry Pis because they fit the GPIO connectors perfectly. So old IDE cables are exactly the right size.
Old routers that don't work, old zip. Do you remember the zip drives?
Oh, zip drives. Better than a floppy. 100 meg.
What can I do with like 3 zip drives? Whatever. Yes, I basically should just sort of point a camera at it and just ask you, one of these UmbraCollabs, can it be
Got a USB one and a SCSI one. I've got a SCSI zip drive.
So what's the point of having that then?
I have no idea. That's why I bought the USB one to try and get. I've got every single website I ever built, over 300 websites going back 25 years.
All on one floppy disk.
I've got them from floppy disk to CDs to zip drives to DVDs and then Dropbox and then OneDrive.
All the previous things.
Oh, and then Git, of course.
Now, what about tape storage? You missed tape storage.
What, you mean reel-to-reel tape storage?
Yeah. The tiny tape drives.
Magnetic tapes, yeah.
I have got the big floppy, the original floppy disk ones with my Scion organizer in the garage. I don't. Is that all before all your times?
That's when floppy disks were actually floppy.
It was actually a floppy disk, yeah.
Rather than being
encased. You mean the 5 1/4 floppy drives, or the even bigger one? Because there was a bigger one than 5 1/4, wasn't there?
Those gigantic ones. My friend who used to work for HMRC, one of his first jobs, was over the moon when they moved from the big reel-to-reel tapes to those gigantic floppy disks.
My dad
I
had a
used to
few
get-
of those gigantic floppy ones. The
And I
540
think my sign
floppies were.
organizer still works.
What are we doing today, Seb?
Amazing, yeah.
As
so
much as I
welcome,
love
everyone.
nostalgia.
Talking about old hardware.
I know this gang probably all knows, but welcome to UmbraCollab. We're gonna try and pick something together, RCLs. So disclaimer, we're streaming on YouTube, so this is your chance to leave if you don't want to be online. We might have to censor the first 5 minutes. And yeah, we're here to learn together, so we'll also be making mistakes together, which is fun. I'll be making all the mistakes today. I'm trying to do something with RCL, and I have no idea what I'm doing. So I hope Jason can give me some help, and I hope I won't be done in 5 minutes. That'll be bad.
So you basically can just summon the gods of Umbraco to help
Apparently,
you
well,
your work.
Warren said everybody should show up. So
Yeah.
basically, Warren is the summoner here.
I just called myself a god.
Very good. Shall I do some screen sharing? I have 4 screens today, so I'll need to figure out which one I'm sharing.
I'm having microphone problems, so I may
right.
not be heard. We'll see what happens.
hear you.
No, we can.
That's
yeah.
good.
Is that showing up?
Your browser is.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Okay. Great. So I famously have a Hangfire package. I'm the one that keeps shouting about Hangfire and how great it is. And it has a few app plugins files, some translation items, and a dashboard, and a package manifest, which only contains the dashboard. It's very, very easy. And the dashboard has one thing that's being translated. Oh no, it doesn't. Which one does get translated? Oh, it's just dashboard tabs. Where does that go? Actually, I don't know where that comes from.
Seb, if I'm going to read anything today, can you zoom in, please?
I can indeed.
Tough.
How do we do this?
Is it Control plus plus? I don't know about
Yeah, but
Rider.
it's individual for each window, so it doesn't help much. General appearance. No, just appearance. Use custom font. No, that's for the.
Can you just do? Can you not do Control T in ReSharper and then just do like font size? Surely it finds everything.
Yeah, maybe. Color scheme. That's the one. And then I have to go to default, and then I have to go to. Then I have to reopen everything. Right? Maybe not. Okay, I'll just do this all the time.
There's a presentation mode somewhere, isn't there?
Is there?
Like, viewer modes?
Oh, yeah. It just, so I can do nothing here. I'm not allowed to click anything. Oh, here.
Can you enable it? Or?
That's... Okay. Well, that's just my UI.
Oh, that's...
What if it's a theme?
Going to, it says view. It says view. The docs say view appearance, and then there should be a like in the regular view menu, and then there should be a thing.
Yeah, view appearance. Presentation mode. And then it's gone. Oh!
Oh!
Wow!
Oh,
Okay.
now you can't see your files.
That's a double-edged sword.
Okay. Yeah. So this is our this is going to be our first half hour figuring out how to increase the font size. No, it's here somewhere. And it's in the code section somewhere. Font, color scheme, code, C#.
Editor font.
Editor
about
appearance.
key down.
There we go.
Ah, cool.
Or not. Font of the. So current editor font, that's the one. That's what I was looking for. Okay. If we set this one to 18, everything. Maybe. Nope. I did this before.
There's the usual control and scroll, just not.
Yeah, or control
yeah,
plus
should
plus is what.
Or is it just that I need to reopen the file completely? There we go. I need to just reopen everything. There we go. All across all tabs. Yay. Okay. Fine. So yeah, I forgot where dashboard tabs comes from. Oh, that's my okay. This is automatically made. So what I have in package manifest is a an alias called of the hangfire, and as soon as I give that alias to a dashboard, it will be just showing cult of that hangfire. So I need to translate it, and it's in the section dashboard tabs apparently. So yes, these few files I would like to ship with as an RCL, meaning that we don't have to remember to deploy those every time we do a deploy, and that sometimes gives people problems because they forget or it doesn't update properly because of caching and blah 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 blah. So
what does RCL stand for?
Razor class library, which makes no sense in this context. So it was meant, so literally it was meant for shipping Razor views and other people being able to overwrite them afterwards. But Razor views can also include static files, and that's the only feature that we need from this. And Jason is nodding, so I think I understood it correctly.
Yeah.
Yay! Cool. Where do we start?
Oh, right, okay.
Looking at Jason again.
Okay. Oh, gone.
Blog, we're converting an existing package into an RCL.
Yeah.
It's nicely what we're doing.
Your microphone is cutting out a lot, so we can't really hear you.
And I think as well, because what I'm not sure about is the translation stuff, which I know Heaven has at least looked at, which is it's like a third of your file's translation in a sense, isn't it? So that'll be the key bit.
Can you hear me now?
That's much better. Thank you.
If you look at voice chat notes, I've linked to the blog post.
Oh yeah. Okay, so there's. We need to consolidate this one. So there's voice chat notes, but and on the voice chat there's also a chat. So if I say @Matt, you should see a tiny little pop-up at the top right.
Yeah, I can see that.
So I was monitoring that chat, not the other one.
No worries. I forgot they'd added chat now.
Yeah, I know. It's so hard to find. It needs to be more obvious. Anyway.
Maybe start at part 1, unless you're going to do it all backwards.
Yeah. Well, part 1 is kind of an intro of what it is.
This is why and what.
Yeah.
Okay.
3 is like, okay, you've read these, you know what they are. You've created one from fresh, or you're converting one. So that's why I went to part 3.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So should I not do part 2?
No, because you've already got an existing one. We can convert it instead of creating one from fresh.
Right. Oh, yeah. Okay. Of course. Convert your CSProj file. So, but I think I need an extra CSProj then for this, because I only have one at the moment.
No, your entire package can be that version. Can be that Razor class library now, so you can still ship singular.
Yeah, you can kind of choose. You could have a separate RCL and choose to have it as like separated concerns like a .web.
Yeah, sure.
For this, I'm guessing that's not really neat.
Yeah, so I don't really want to ship 2 DLLs for just these
exactly.
4 files. Yeah. So what did it say? I need to change it to a. Oh, I can't do it here. Change it to. That would be in my CSProj file. Yes.
Yeah.
So I can't choose it here. There's a class library, and I only have module. Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
I think it's still a class library in a sense.
Yeah.
Can you not edit the CSProj prod file, like as in view
Yeah,
it?
but I like my IDE
GUI.
to do it for me. No, okay. Maybe not.
Or maybe
You
just
shouldn't
use
be
Visual
using
Studio.
CS Prod. You shouldn't.
Yeah, I should be using Visual Studio. I
You
know.
shouldn't.
In Visual Studio, it only gives you the option of converting to a class library.
Okay. Well, that should be what I want.
Well,
Why am I
you've got
doing
class
this?
library,
Can I not
class
edit
level
this?
apps, yeah.
So there's an edit.
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, it is still a class library. Like, there's no the thing that's changing is the SDK, not what it is and how you're going to ship it.
Yeah, exactly. So project. There's no project. Oh, here.
First line.
Yeah, right.
Got it.
And then I would keep that file open because there's more.
All right. Okay. Okey-doke. Oh yes, you said add static base. So by default will be served into the root of WWW root. Unless you change this. Okay. I don't think I need to change this because it's already in the root. But maybe we should just follow the instructions.
Yeah, you if you want to keep stuff at app plugins, then yeah, you'll need to.
This is red.
You're gonna have to probably in an item group, probably.
Pop it in, pop it inside the top property group. It kind of makes sense. Like if you're building it from creating it from scratch, that's where to get put automatically.
Yeah. Okay. I'll do the hang.
This is where I should have a project open that's got this in, shouldn't I?
Yeah, but it's nice to see the mistakes and then we'll learn from them.
I'm not sure if you can have. I'm not sure if it'll let you have .hang file.
Really?
See what happens, or it might get transformed. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
So it's a learning experience either way.
Spoilers. Mine has dots in it, and it's fine.
Oh, is it fine? Oh, cool.
Nice. Okay, remove the build target. Spoiler alert. Yes. So I do need to remove these because we're not using them anymore. Is that what we're suggesting here? Yeah. Delete the build folder and remove the build elements from. I don't have build elements from the CS project file. Is this a build element?
No, it's the line below. So it's doing build. You don't need any of the build related things then.
Yeah.
Or anything related to the targets as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't need to read. I do need to read me. So, do we still want to copy these if we don't need them anyway? So it's not in here. This build step. And I think this is the thing that trips most people up when they're building a package for the first time, is that this is not included, so it doesn't get out to the right output. So I think we want to remove this, and the rest looks pretty similar. I just have extra things in here, which is fine. Just for the NuGet package afterwards. Okie doke. Rename your existing app plugins my project folder. Yes. Well, they can be made to look like they're not part of the WW root. Files themselves must be in the WW root. That should be removed from. Oh, so this is for the existing where I've installed this project, right? So this is when we moved from UmbraCo 9 to 10. We needed to remove all of these files. So I shouldn't remove them from here, but in the target.
Yeah, they're gonna get moved in a minute, I think.
Okay. One last thing we have to do is tell UmbraCo how to load the package manifest. Okay.
No, you still need to do that to move to WW root.
Yeah, okay, then I have PR open for this. Yeah.
So do we need to? We need to rename app plugins to the project, don't we, to WW root and remove culprit.hangfire.
Okay.
Yeah.
Moved from that to WW root. I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Folder.
Yeah, because you're relying on the WW root convention
Got it.
to pick up the fact there's static files in there.
Yes.
And then the base path is for the other side, the URL side of things.
So yeah, you don't need app plugins and cultive in your
one level up.
file structure. You just want the lang and the dashboard HTML, etc.
I see what you mean.
Because www root, so that static web access base path is www root, effectively.
Ooh, I see. So like this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now what it's done here is added these to the item group again.
So you can
That's okay.
they're not needed.
Okay. Boom boom. And then we need to do something with the package manifest. Define the package manifest in code. I already have a composer, so I should probably be able to add this code here. And I'll just add it on.
So to be following along, this as now the package manifest is now not going to be on disk. We have to let UmbraCo know programmatically that we have a manifest file and read it from the RCL.
So you just don't need this one anymore.
Yeah, so Kevin's giving you a choice because you can do it either way. You can either load it in code or you can pick up the package.manifest that exists. But your package.manifest is tiny, so I'd suggest moving it to code.
Yeah.
And doing the same thing in C#.
While we're in the package manifest, I have one question. A while ago, I couldn't work out why none of our packages were appearing in version 9 within UmbraCo. And then Kevin Jump kindly showed us how he does it. And I think he adds, I can't remember what the code is, something for migration or something within the package manifest. And then I saw Callum posted a much simpler solution, like a one-liner that gets it to appear in the back office. Is that really
that's good, because I don't have that either, I can see, and I actually wanted to do that as well. So we'll look at that afterwards. Good suggestion.
Thank you.
Maybe this actually does it. By registering it here, it might actually do it. I don't actually have scripts. I only have dashboards. It's dynamic. I don't know what we're doing here. Oh, comma. Yeah. So dashboard has an alias and a view and a section.
Yeah. Is it dynamic or is it?
Let's see. That's new.
Yeah.
Alias. No.
That'd be new.
Oh.
There you go.
Really?
And then.
I see.
Yeah.
That's a bit confusing. There we go. So that was lowercase. Oh, it was lowercase. Else the translation won't work. I'm not allowed.
You need to put it in string.
Oh, it's a string.
It's a string.
Well, just copy it verbatim, and then
your view.
Yeah, I could do a view in a second. And this would just be.
I'm sure there's a constants for that sections, but I just can't remember where it is.
Yeah. Something like this.
I want to guess that that'll be in constants dot sections.
Yeah.
It would be nice if it was.
UmbraCo. Let me just check it. UmbraCo constants. Oh, what was it?
Call maybe cms.call. Constants. Sections.
Or dashboards. Constants dot dashboard.
No. Applications. Yeah, applications it's called. And let me just double check F12 that this is lowercase settings. Wow. Yeah, that's it. Cool. Oh. Nice. nice, strongly typed. Wee. There we go.
And
And then the last thing, view, and I'll copy that one again. Oh. Just to make sure I got it right. Sweet.
Your class just needs to inherit from the interface.
What is not needed? Needs to inherit from
the I manifest filter.
Oh yeah. Good point. Oh no. It's missing something. Did I do it wrong? Okay.
Maybe the signature's changed?
Yeah. See.
It has in feed.
There's a list, package manifest, and what did I have?
I don't know.
I had that. What's the difference?
No idea. No idea. What's it complaining about?
Illicit can't find list for some reason.
Oh, do I not have generics?
Namespace
Oh, I have
class
this one
setup.
here.
Oh.
I never know where this one comes from. There we go. That's more like it. Where does that J2N thing come from? I've seen it a few times now. What is that? Do we know?
Not one I've seen.
No. Is that resharper trying to be too clever in terms of like, oh, you using this type called list,
add a package for
and I can find a list type in this magic
package.
package.
This is .NET Core. Huh, interesting. So, but it's interesting that it's .NET Core, but it's still giving me system dot whatever generics, collections generic. Weird. They seem to be compatible because it seems to usually work. Yes. Looks good. Oh, it says it should work now. Let's see. How do we test this? I need to go in here.
We don't have any embassy views, do we? We just have...
No, just the dashboard. Cool. So if we do Windows Terminal here. Hopefully I should have .NET Pack here. Yeah. So I'll do 203 RCL1. So I don't have an example project with this solution. So I'm just going to build it and drop it into an actual project. See what happens.
I'm going to say that's outrageous that you haven't got that tool set up.
I know, right? And I don't know if I need to do a build before, but I'll try that to make sure.
No, normally .NET Pack does a build for you. There's a flag
that's
or a
part
switch.
of the process, doesn't it?
Yeah. Okie doke. Then I have an example.
Literally only ever used it once, so I knew it did that.
Nice. I have an example project here, and I need to go to. What am I missing? Oh, source. Here, and then I do git and not git. .NET add package. And I should have one that looks like this. Yeah, so it's picking it up from my release folder, and I'm saying pre-release. Let's see what it does. Compatible. Cool. And I've mapped Control F5 to .NET Run.
Nice.
Which is fun. I've seen that before. That's fine. Something with Hangfire is starting, so it's working. However, I did not remove the files that were out of this, so I think it might just fail.
Do you have NuGet Package Explorer installed?
I do.
Sometimes I
But I
always
don't know
like
where
to...
the packages live.
Bin.
Do I still have? Oh, is it in the bin?
Yep. So source,
Ooh.
bin, and then depending on if it was a debug or release.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, maybe not.
No.
What was your command when you was doing your .NET back? You probably
you
probably
I'm in the
set
wrong
a
directory.
specific folder.
Yeah. No, I'm in a different directory. Where's the other directory? Cold.
And then you can kind of see at least
Yeah.
what files you have included or shipped.
It's obviously gone into the release folder, so
cool.
This one.
Okay.
And
you can then double check if you.
Oh yeah, I can see static web assets. Yeah, that's good. So that seems fine. The point I was making more was that I did not remove them from this test site. So I'd already had Hangfire installed on this test site. So we might see problems here. That's
clean or do a clean site or delete those files and see what happens.
If you do,
gone.
So in Visual Studio, when you rebuild, it gets removed, doesn't it? Oh no.
That's from the build targets, isn't it?
Clean, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I could have done it on a clean, but I've just deleted them manually for now. Let's see. But I'll test it again with .NET Clean. That's a good point, because I need to give my customers, in air quotes, an upgrade path.
Oh yeah.
Browser. Where's my URL? Okay. Let's see. Hello. That's a good site. It's a cloud site.
Should really say ahoy, shouldn't
it? Make it configurable, Jason.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Well, it seems to work. And I don't have the files on disk anymore. We just triple check. Yeah. No files on disk. Cool. That's
so you should. Oh, I'm trying to remember at what point you see it, but you should be able to see your static files somewhere because they'll get spun out. So they will exist, like they will get deployed as static files inside of www.root. But I forget at what point you see that.
Okay. Is it only when you do a .NET publish?
It could be only when you do a publish. I don't. It's been a long time since I was sort of trying to break it. So I've not. Well, I think it might be in like bin or something, or maybe it isn't. Anyway, it works, so it's cool.
I can do publish release. I can just do dot publish, I guess. Let's see. That would make it here. Oh no. Publish. Yeah, add plugins. Oh no. Maybe it doesn't work.
Check if there's a root folder. Leave it in.
Nice. Yes.
There you go. Yeah.
Oh, so and I forgot to delete my package manifest. I don't need that one anymore. Right?
Yeah, it can go.
That's good. Let's try and do a rebuild and see if that works. Fine. And then I'll make a RC2. And I was gonna do this so we can install a fresh install. Thank you, Paul Seal. I'll do my normal credentials. Should bookmark this so I don't have to type this every time. No starter kit. And my solution, my project is fine. I don't need a solution either. Local DB. I like local DB. Sweet. That was quick. So, find the characters. Right. fresh install, completely clean, and it's going to do an unattended install. So I should get a fresh site right now. Oh yeah, it's installing the database in a second. Waiting for it to be created first. Sweet. Alright, that's an empty site. Very empty. And we don't have a hangfire yet. Nothing on the analytics. Sweet. And then we can do .NET add package hangfire from that folder again, and I will get the latest. Oh! Could not find any project. Oh yeah, okay.
Wrong folder.
CD, my project, yeah, exactly. That's a project. Yes, Control F5 to run it again. Magic. It has the translations and everything, and it's just running. It worked.
Nice.
That's pretty good. What happens if I leave the, so if I do this .NET add package called the hangfire just from NuGet right now, so the real one, the published one, that's version 201. So it will copy in those files again. If I build, so if I, oh, that's not.
So it should overwrite it, essentially, is what you're hoping
right?
for. Yeah. Because
So
it's the same file names and everything.
Oh, that's a bug in Windows. It should be black. Anyway, so what I expect to happen actually is that it will give me some conflicts, because that's what it used to do when I didn't update forms, for example. So if I do that one again, but it might just be that this is not really conflicting because it's not in the www root. So it doesn't matter. So yeah, it didn't end up in www root. So that's why it's probably not conflicting. So when we upgraded from Umbraco 9 to 10, we had to delete all the views and stuff. But views are already there.
If you're not building the views as it was static files, then there's nothing for it to compare to. So.
Yeah.
No, but presumably you can
now.
override one with the other.
Nice.
All the hangfires.
It's now. That makes sense.
Oh, right, because it's a different release.
7 the one from the one on disk that you can find, and then it's 7 the one that is done in your composer.
Very interesting. Oh, okay. Didn't see that one coming. It's even got the exact same name and alias, so it shouldn't duplicate it, I guess. But you know.
But they're pointing. They're probably pointing to slightly different things then.
Yeah, I don't know. Interesting. Well, that's good. That was easier than I thought. Is there anything else we need to try here?
Didn't you want to?
Packages?
Yeah. You want to do what Dean said?
Yes. Let's start this again and see if it actually did list it in the packages section.
So if you upgrade, then in theory you're going to get another hangfire dashboard.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'll try the .NET Clean in a second as well. So yeah. So it's done it now. I think because the package manifest is declared here. So it's just registered this. We can test that by saying, if I rename this to 2 and do another build.
So are we expecting to go hangfire, hangfire, hangfire 2?
Yeah, exactly.
Come on, more hangfire.
Well, this is building. I'll try .NET Clean on this one on the website and see if those files disappear. So hangfire test. Oh yeah, my project. Oh, it still has app plugins. Interesting. So I don't know how .NET Clean works. .NET Clean Force or something.
Yeah, How does it?
I don't think.
I don't think it's going to work, is it? Because how's it going to know to clean out the pre? Because all we've done is dereference the NuGet package. Ultimately, how's it going to know to get rid of something that wasn't there? Like, which I guess is the exact problem that UmbraCo has with the views for upgrading to 10.
But then say before. So if I add the regular package again, now .NET Clean might do it. Because now it knows that it will have.
It has to do something.
Yeah.
So
now
does your newer package ship with the target file still? Because your target file, if you ship it in the NuGet package, it could clean up what was previously
the old version.
Yeah, what was previously there. So if you still ship the build target, you could then before build, and then you got before clean. So before clean, it should be in theory deleting everything that is in app plugins. So as long as you're still shipping that in the new one.
Yeah.
But obviously you removed a reference to it in the CS proj. So obviously before the build, you obviously don't want to copy anything now, but you want to keep the clean, I would say, around. So if you're doing an upgrade, it will just delete those files every time you do a clean.
But this is what is there at the moment, and it didn't do that.
It's because you dereferenced it from the CS proj. There was a step in Kevin's blog post.
Yeah. Okay.
I can't remember what the line is. You'd have to check, compare Git. With Git. Yep.
That would have been content include.
Not the content include. The one underneath the build one. So. So include that none.
Maybe.
Yep.
I revert that change. Okay, this is interesting.
And then update the build target file. Obviously, you don't need.
Yeah. You
don't need the copy bit, but you need the clean bit.
So this needs to go.
No, give that. Because that tells it the location or the path.
This one. Yeah.
Yep. So that target. Yep.
Interesting.
So anytime it's cleaned, if it can find those files on disk, it will nuke them.
Okay. Interesting. So I need to reinstall it then because I just deleted it.
So install. Yeah.
So
have a clean site. I was gonna say install the old version, then install the new version and do a clean and see what happens.
On build, the file should reappear. And plugins, blah blah blah. Yep, good. Then install the new version. That's the pre-release version.
You need to uninstall the. Oh no.
No, I don't think so.
No, I think.
So this is still the same, but now when I do it on a build.
You would have to do a clean.
We've got the clean reference, so the hope is that as part of the build, it should do the clean action. Correct? Yeah. That's what you're hoping.
But it didn't.
Now explicitly do a clean.
Yes. It did actually.
So if you explicitly tell it clean, it will do it. So we just need to reference.
That's very nice.
As part of your build targets.
Yeah. Or you could move it in that build step. So
add another step in.
Or either or. So you can even revert back what you had.
There is one risk of doing this. Is that if someone ever tries to manually overwrite your file, so if, let's say someone wants to edit your dashboard.html, when the next build, you would delete it and clean it out. So you're losing that ability for them to patch the front ends. Because you're going to overwrite it every time.
However, it would go into www root, right? So.
No, you would put it into our plugins because that's the path that.
Yeah, true.
The RCL is.
That's the override. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's good. Okay,
that would also be good.
I might be wrong. You might
can
be right.
Can we test the theory that if you put a modified or a duplicate of that HTML view, that it overrides it?
Yeah.
Because you might be right, you might have to put it in WW root because it's UmbraCo that's doing the skins and putting that under WW root, isn't it? So actually, you might be right. You might have to put it under WW root for it to. Override.
Yeah. Let's try that out. That's actually a good point. I wanted to see how that works anyway. So we renamed it, and let's see if it's now a newly installed package in the back office.
So what are we expecting? What are we expecting?
Yeah, this
just
is all,
one of them. There we
good.
go.
Good. But here, let's see. Yeah, it's number 2 now. So for Dean, this was how it actually created that entry, was by saying the package manifest is coming from this class. So that's, but I guess there's if you can find Callum's even more one-liner.
I think you can specify it actually in the JSON of the package manifest. I think we do have a new property now called package name, and I think the JSON schema has been updated to support it.
Okay.
I believe.
Okay.
And then I think if you don't specify it, it's implied by the folder name, but it doesn't display in this installed packages. It's only used for the telemetry service, I believe, if it falls back to a folder name.
I just put some stuff in the chat with the extra stuff that we put in, I think.
Chat or the chat?
The
hidden
original chats, you've got an alias, a name, an icon, a group. And then
I think you only need the name and or alias. I'm not entirely sure.
And you can have your own icon as well.
Alright, so then the next one was figuring out how to overwrite my dashboard, for example.
So in theory, it should be the same folder location, so app plugins, cultive.
But I'm doing it in root now, just to see if that actually works. And then we have. Can we copy this here? Maybe? Nope. Oh, Windows 10, I don't get you. No paste button, okay, fine.
You cut, I don't think you can out of copy out of Rider anyway.
Dashboard.html. Yeah.
You got
Is
HTML.
that Belgian? Is that the Belgian pronunciation?
All the options, please. Thank you. Right, how do we make it very clear?
Just put in a massive H1 or something.
Oh, the old favourite. Hello.
Or style background equals red. I don't know.
Oh, there we go. Blink. Use a blink tag. No.
I'm thinking a rebuild will be necessary to make it sharp. Uh-oh.
No.
Okay, conflicts.
Oh, there you go. You did get your conflicts.
So maybe I should put it in the root then. Can you hear that noise from outside?
A little bit.
Maybe I should put it here instead. Seems better. Yeah.
Feel like we need a little tiny drum.
Huh?
Feel like we need a little tiny drum for suspense.
Oh, it didn't work.
Double check.
Oh, that's the frame. I actually need to go and split it. So you would expect it in hang by a wrapper.
I think it is.
Is it?
Oh no.
Wrapper. Yeah, the wrapper should have an H1 under it. So that doesn't work. No. And I can't put it in the. I can't put it in the other folder because it would then give me an error. Interesting.
What's the error with the same target path?
Yeah, exactly. So maybe we can't overwrite anyway. On that, in which case the clean would just work on build as well. It might just be for CSHTML files that it works. That .NET Framework knows how to merge them or override one.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Yeah, because they're going to get spat out in the same.
Yeah. So that was the whole idea was it's a Razor class library, so you should be overriding Razor only, and then I guess the Razor file needs to reference different static assets if you want different static assets. So probably just can't work, which is fine with me.
If you wanted a new dashboard, you'd have to do something to name it differently. So
you
dashboard 2 or dashboard whatever.
Composer and tell the composer that cultist.hangfire is the other dashboard probably, but I don't want to do that right now.
Oh no. I was going to say that'd be something you'd just put in the documentation and people would have to work around.
No, if you want it to be different, I think you should make your own package.
I was going to say it's pretty edge case if you want to be modifying source code from a package.
It sounds like you should be doing a PR, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Cool. So that works. We know we can't override it now.
It also makes sense.
Do you want to see? So I have a CS_proj file that has making it work with CSHTML as well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have the project downloaded, so I can't run it to show you that it works, but it does work. I promise.
I believe you.
Trust you.
Yeah. That one.
You just have a link. Loading, 1 second. There we are. Yes.
So this is a rich text editor for UmbraCollab forms. So all this is just making it work with UGET package stuff. So to make it work with Razor, add Razor spot for MVC. And I also need to add this, but I can't quite remember why. But that seems to make it work from memory. Everything else, like this, was all should have worked, but didn't. I had to add that, and then it was fine.
That's interesting.
And then I just have views partials built out the rich text.
Yes.
I think the default for an RCL now is that it's going to contain Blazor components.
Yeah.
And then all the other config is kind of to say, but we also want it to support these other things like regular Razor views or pages, static files, etc.
So this is a subtle form of trying to push us to Blazor, is it?
Well, not really. I think it's more of a case that it's a very sensible place to put Blazor in an RCL. So it's Blazor components.
Yeah. So that was it. Just 2 little changes that CS_proj allowed to do HTML files as well.
Blazor WebAssembly add targets. Well, I found a scope of question that's related in the voice chat. So not all .NET APIs are supported in WebAssembly, and this makes it supported or something.
Explanation.
So I think you might have gotten warnings when you left that out, and by adding it in, you didn't get the warnings saying some of this might not be Blazor supported or something.
Quite possibly.
Interesting.
Or maybe I had issues with my static files, and because I have both.
Yeah.
It needed to know that it was for.
Could be, yeah, true. Interesting.
Yeah.
Sweet. All right. Just 55 minutes. That's absolutely perfect for today.
So
Thank you all for joining.
That's the dream, getting the whole thing done in one. That's great.
I thought it would take 5 minutes, so I'm really happy that it took 55 minutes. And now I have a lot much deeper understanding of all of it, and I like having. I've never seen the iManifest filter either, so C# package manifest. That's cool. Very excellent. And then another NuGet from Kevin, which does versioning.
So if you have your assembly versioned, you can query it. So instead of having your manifest always be version 1, you can make it match your assembly version, which can also then match your NuGet version. So in that packages list, you can see the correct version.
Oh, that's good.
Yep. That's cool.
Without you having to manage it.
Nice.
That's a handy tip.
Very good. Thank you all for joining today. See you next week, I guess.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.